Lee, good morning. How are you, friend? Are we doing this morning? You're following them around? I mean, it is what I always wanted. I have Jack follow me around everywhere I go. That's exactly what I wanted. Lee, I'm gonna find my glasses. It's time to settle, Jack. Everything's fine. Yes, glasses. It's not the best. Okay, it's fine. It'll do fine. Lee says he's doing much better, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. I knew you weren't. Something wasn't quite right. No, he just had to follow me to make sure I got my coffee. But I did get dressed early. I'm in my uniform early, and he knows. He knows. I love him. Yes, Mama loves him. Sweet boy. He is just a sweet boy. Let me see your eye. I got eye boogers. There you go. I was extremely busy the last 2 days. It's back to normal. I'm glad you're back to normal. I'm kidding. Busy's good. Yes, and hello to our friends who hang out in the background and don't say anything. Just want to say hi and thank you. I swear he doesn't have fleas. Why? Why, buddy? No ticks. You're just being silly. Picked up some bad habits. Rude. Lee says it was World Environmental Day. So I had a lot of work cleaning the riverside. How lovely. Thank you, Lee. Thank you for being you. Everything's fine, Jack. Promise. All all gonna be okay. Hot stuff, buddy. You wouldn't believe the amount of garbage there. I may release a video in a few weeks. Yeah, that's really sad. But the good news is there's people like you out there. And all the people who were out with you yesterday. I know. It's gonna be all right. All right. I'm also gonna try to get ready. She's gonna attempt it. You were on your own there? I just meant everywhere. Well, I did imagine there was a bunch of you, but I'm sure there was more people all over the world doing the same. Okay, lights on. Oh my gosh, Frenchie, hello. And thank you. Oh, good to see you. Oh, he says, I know what you meant, but it has become an area even local authorities don't care about cleaning now, as it's so bad. With fly tipping. What is fly tipping? He looks so content until he doesn't. You just ate, friend. He just wants to go take his bowl and bash it around the room. You might make a lot of noise. I see you. Oh, you are just so funny. There is Mr. Content back. Lee says illegal dumping of waste, garbage, and furniture, fridges, etc. Some kind of chemical. Oh, Jack. Can't have anything nice around here, I tell you. When Jack does that, I imagine an old Tom and Jerry cartoon. I used to love those. Dangerous chemicals. Frenchie says, guess he's looking for a midnight snack. Yeah, it beats me. He did just eat. And he's just being silly. Feeling all right, Jack? Don't be chewing on my rug, sir. Yes, you know Jack, or you know Tom and Jerry fight. And you hear all clatter noises. And that's Jack with the bowl. Yes. He actually didn't show, he usually is much louder. And Lee says to all you out there just hanging out, would you please hit the like button? We'd appreciate it. It's free. Free's great, right? I guess it depends on what the free is. Free what? Thank you, Lee. He's a good boy. Oh, Frenchie, it's after midnight there. Oof, bedtime. That's why we don't see much of you, I bet. It couldn't possibly be that you have anything better to do. So joking. Wow, well, thank you for being here, especially knowing it's so late there, Frenchie. And Lee says it's a free, enjoyable place to chill and chat, and a place where we're all like family. I love you all. Lee, I love you. I really don't know. Don't know anything. Are you done, Jack? I might not do that today. I've been taking half a Benadryl to go to work with. I'm a little sleepy still, so I'm thinking maybe I won't do the Benadryl today. Haley, you have any plans for today? Or no? Since you've been busy, is it time to relax a little? Hey, there's nothing there. Stop. Huh? Glad you like it. I haven't done it yet, but I usually put the link for her in the description. Lee, what is that? She plays and I can't think of what it is. It's not a piano, but it's got a piano board, and then it's got like a billows. It's got billows. What is that musical instrument called? Do you know? And you said you're going to be preparing yourself over the next few weeks for solstice. He says, I do, yes. I'll be meeting a friend, going to go walk in the woods to where another Roman fort stood. We're doing a tour of all the ancient sites in the area. How wonderful. You going to bed, Jack? You want to get on the bed? Come on. You can get up here. Oh, that was good. That was a good burp. Yeah, you feel better? Oh, back to bed. That's hot. You better watch out. Good night. Bye. Do you want me to come put you to bed? You want to go to bed? Huh? What is it, Jack? You're just being silly. Lisa, sadly, I do not know that instrument. It's just on the tip of my brain. Just that's what he's up to, making noise. Just out of reach. No. All right. Is there something under there? Do you want me to move it for you? See if there's nothing there. Okay. Move your leash. No. All right. Good luck. Lee says the solstice is a big event of the year. It is one of my important festivals. I am so ignorant. What do you got, Jack? You got a sock? Oh, my glove. Darn it, Jack. Give it to Mom. Yes. You are funny. You're a funny boy. How did you get that? Did you steal it out of my purse? You are such a thief. Mom didn't even see you do it. What is that instrument called? I am going to Google it. Musical instrument with keyboard like a piano and bellows. I'm thinking it's called bellows. I'm not quite sure. Let's ask AI. The instrument you are describing is called, no, it's like an accordion, only it's much bigger. It like sits on the floor. It's really heavy, just like an accordion. Okay. What is an instrument bigger than an accordion, usually sits on the floor? It's not a piano. AI is really doing me wrong today. Hi, Jackie. What's up? Huh? What's up, my buddy? Oh, you're just going to be pitiful. Oh, yeah, the solstice. That's cool that there's festivals. I didn't know it was a thing, a celebrated thing. At least I haven't been exposed to that yet. Okay. Ouch. I was watching one of her videos this morning. Well, I've been there when she plays it in person. But I saw it on a video and I can hear her. I can hear it in the background of her music. So, anyways. Move on, Cat. Lee says, Cat, you've heard me say I love and follow nature, so I follow the old pre-Christian ways. It's not you, it's me, it's my eyes. Okay, the Druid ways, I think is what you're trying to say, and I have very, very vague knowledge on that. I feel like that's very familiar in the back of my mind, Lee. Maybe something I've read in the past. Maybe a true memory. Maybe a true memory of a hallucination. Lee says, I'm a Druid, ancient Celtic pagan. Yeah, when I joke around and call myself and my daughters witches, it does it does more mean being a creature who's more in tune with nature. Huh, Jackie? Bub, stop. Leave it alone. Gosh. Okay. Really, we're gonna get on track. Right here, right now. Let me just do the lake while I'm thinking about it. Lee says Celtic is ancient Irish, Scottish, and Native European people. Well, there you go. Somewhere along the line, we're Scottish. Lee says, I appreciate people who don't judge or reject because I have different beliefs. In the past, many weren't like that and they were cool. Yes. And look, we're talking about the other day about shit. I don't think you were there. Maybe you were. We were talking about shifting. Is consciousness shifting? And what are some of the signs of that? Acceptance, embracing. We're not all the way there yet, but it is encouraging. I love you, Lee. We need more people like you out there. Boy. No. Sorry, buddy. Shoot, cat. Stop that. You're not going. Copy, darn it. Nope, go back. Jack, give me my glove. Oh, I saw you. I saw you. You cannot have it, and you cannot go back to my purse looking for the other one. No. You are being funny this morning. No, sir. Yes. Yeah, Lee says, as humans, we will never be fully there, but our souls can adjust and learn. We just need peace, acceptance, contentment. If we get that by sitting outside or a walk in the rain, it's restoring balance. Yeah, so you know what the good news is? It's not just our energy, it's all of our team and spirit that is also adding their energy, their good energy. Yes, the collective. I think I just started calling them their team because it is like a team. The collective is, yes, same idea. Oops. He says no one is excluded, all accepted, and all energy helps the balance. I think we're going to switch over to our other song. Here we go. Oh, Shanti, Shanti. Comment deleted. Hello. Cold as ice. Hi. Thanks for stopping by. Maddie, how are you? Good to see you, friend. Lee says, I'm going to buy some tools and make a black. I'm sorry. Gotta let him get it out of the system. Jack, leave my stuff alone, sir. done, friend? Are you quite done? Huh? I love you. I love him. I'm so sorry. Just a couple more days. Yes. Stay out of my stuff. Okay, try again. Lee said I'm going to buy some tools and make a backplate frame for the dog face. Oh, nice. The dog face pendant. Some padding so it doesn't get damaged, and soon I'll work on that. Jack, don't do it. No. No, the answer is no. Do you need water? Okay. All right. I will let you out. Bye. Goodbye, friend. Goodbye forever. I'll miss you. Oh, you're back. Just like that. You just wanted to. May says, where's my nomad? Soul to soul, hello. Oh my gosh. Shango is king. Good morning. Welcome. Lee says, hi, comment deleted. You're cold as ice today. Hi, Maddie. And Lee says, there's my nomad. The heartless nomad. Hello. Nowhere to hide. Wow. Look at all these friends that just popped in. He says, hi, nowhere. Hi, Shango. Oops. Maddie says, good morning, Lee. How are you doing, mate? Good morning, Cat. Good morning. And Maddie says, I'm okay, Lee. How are you? Lee says, I'm doing good, thanks. I am all caught up. Okay, I am going to go check on him. He's been very mischievous today. All right, he decided he wanted to go out. Lee says Nomad sent message across Scotland to bring everyone here. Oh, and where's beautiful Jack? Well, he's outside right now. And Maddie says, I have 2 more accounts, but named slightly inappropriate. Did it for a laugh. Lee says, Maddie, you missed Jack throwing his bowl around. So much fun. Maddie says, I was doing homework and giving kids brekkie. Always let Chloe have a long sleep on the weekends. That's so nice of you. Yeah, Lee says, bless you, Maddie. You're a good person. Shoot, especially for letting the girls sleep in. You're the best. Oh, Shanti. Click, 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 click. Maddie says, I try to be. And Lee says, well, you don't even have to try. It shines through truth. Just being you. Maddie says, bless Lee, you also. Oh, look who came back. Giving me the side eye because I have to work today. Yeah, hopefully he's going to settle for a little while anyways. Until 5 o'clock, and then it's a mad dash to get everything done. Maddie, any plans today? Maddie says it's Chloe's mom's birthday, so we are popping over. Should I do my fly tying this evening? Well, I hope I can catch up with you this evening. I think it's going to be a fairly easy weekend so far. There's no great sales, and there's no, well, the rainy weather could go either way. People could go shopping because it's raining. People could stay home. Who knows? So far, it's been a pretty quiet weekend. I don't mind at all. Yep, and Lee says, Maddie, will that be the usual time, 7 p.m.? I hear your tummy, Jack. Or will the time for your fly time be adjusted because of the birthday? He says 7:30 p.m. here, Lee. Good. Thanks for letting us know, Maddie. Thanks for the reminder. I start going to work and I forget everything I knew.
Shanti, Shanti, peace, sweet Lord Jesus.
Lee says, okay, no problem. I'll keep an eye open for it. Thanks. Yes, thank you.
Into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
I was really hoping the rain will hold off and I can do some more mowing, but I think the weekend's going to be a washout.
Oh, Shanti, Shanti.
Tony Tram, good morning. I don't know what PSG is, but hello anyways. He says, yes, the weather's not the best here, but perfect for my filming today for what I need. Well, that's good. And Lee says, I have no plans this evening, so I'll stop by. Stop by and have a chat. Make Maddie laugh. Purple Math Queen, hello. She says, dogs are lovable, and I know because I have 3 dogs, and they all love the hugs and attention. Yes. What would we do without our dogs? What did I can't remember. Life without a dog. Lee says, I use my phone when I go to ancient forts. I like a bit of atmosphere. I'll definitely give it to you. Purple Math Queen says, my real name is Doris. My username is my YouTube channel. Well, hello, Doris. Glad to meet you. You have a nice little gaming channel going on, Doris. I'm going to subscribe to you, friend. Welcome. Welcome, Cat. Doris says, you won't believe what happened today. Oh, I hope you're telling. It was a beautiful day in my area, so I went for a walk and I found 2 feathers in my front yard, and I was told feathers are hard to find. So if you ever find one, you're lucky. I do believe that. Yes, I agree with that. Lucky you. Do you know what kind of feathers they were? Lee says that's a true blessing. Well done. The angels are looking out for you. I was going to say, yeah, I think spirit moves through birds. Well, it does, but I mean, I think we get messages from birds. How awesome, Doris. Doris says, honestly, no, I don't know what kind of bird they came from because I'm not really an expert on feathers. The only thing I can say is I know they came from birds and they are soft feathers, so that's why I kept them. Good for you. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. What kind of bird? Just the idea that it was left for you to find. It's really beautiful. Yep, and Lee says, well done. Thank you for bringing us that story. I'm so glad they found you. And Lee says, welcome here, Doris. Yes, you're welcome. I'm glad you found us and shared such a lovely story. That's great. You know what I could do that I just thought of? I can put her link up. So Doris, do you like math? Oops, I wrote it wrong. Paste. Purple Math Queen says, I have been coughing. Doris says, I have been coughing for a whole week, and I sadly cannot stop coughing. We have no medicine to help me. If we did, I would have been taking one cough drop a day to help with this cough. And Lee says, Yogi, if you're in the background, I'm not around till this afternoon your time. I'm going on a walk, but hello. I'm sorry about your cough, Doris. Just thankfully it's just the allergy type of cough. Yeah, you can hear me clearing my throat in the background. Same. And Lee says, hope you're better ASAP. I say just drink lots of water. Try to get some of that phlegm down, or whatever it is that's causing you to cough. That little tickle in the back of your throat. You just can't help a cough to try to scratch it. Oh, so frustrating. Cough is done gone cold. So done with that. And Doris Lee says honey helps the throat and prevents cough. If you have access to honey, especially local honey for allergies, is what they say. That's some good medicine right there. A spoonful of honey. Lee agrees about it being local honey. It's a gift. The knowledge is a gift. Oops. That was me. Doris says, yes, I do love math. It was my favorite subject when I was in school. In fact, I still do algebra level math sometimes for fun because I don't want to forget my smart math skills. Wow. That's really cool. What do you do with the majority of your time, Doris? Or do you work? Is what I'm trying to get at. You're no longer in school, so do you work? And are you using your math skills at your job? Is what I really am getting at. Excuse me, rude.
divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. Om Shanti Shanti. Sweet Lord, you have set us free. Every soul now she
Doris says, I'm 21 years old, but I still live with my mom and dad, and I can't get a job. My doctor says I'm unemployable, but we're trying to get stuff for me so that I can get a job. My parents are trying to help. Sounds like you have wonderful parents. And whatever you end up doing, Doris, I hope it's something you love.
Om Shanti Shanti. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now here into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. Morning joy, morning joy, morning, morning.
Speaking of allergies, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Okay, hang on a minute. Darn it, sneeze. Are you coming out or not? Okay. Basleel, hello. Good morning, Basleel. Or good afternoon, or good evening. Doris at Purple Math Queen says, even my grandpa is trying to help, but because I'm stuck at home almost every day ever since graduation, my grandpa tries to let me come to his house every now and then. And he does that so I'm not stuck at home all the time. I'm actually going to go to his house near the end of the month and possibly go fishing with my Aunt Brittany. How cool is that? Nice. Sounds like you have a lot of caring people around you. That's really, really great. Stitchy, good morning, sis. How are you?
Om Shanti Shanti peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
Lee says, good morning, Stitch. And Stitch says, I'm okay. How are you? I'm really good. Lee says, I still has a question for you that I missed, maybe. Okay, I think I found it. Let's bring it a little closer. I miss Lee saying to Doris, I hope one day you can find a suitable job that you can do and enjoy. I have faith in the fact that you will. Basleel says, I'm coming to the US, specifically Phoenix, Arizona today, Kat, and I've got 48 hours there. Do you have any suggestions on what I should check out? None. I don't go far out of my little area, unfortunately. Florida to Tennessee. I'm sorry. I'm so not helpful. Doris at Purple Math Queen says yes, and I'm kind of thankful to have my family caring about me this much, especially because I'm not a normal person. I have autism and I get seizures once a month. And I have grown up with my seizures. They started on me when I was only 4 months old, so I'm used to them. In fact, I just had some on Sunday and Monday. Doris says, I'm used to my seizures. Still, they don't really bother me. But because of my seizures, that's the reason why I still live with my parents and why I don't drive for my safety. Well, I hope that you're able to find something that levels your seizures out. And I'm really, really glad that you do have such a strong, supportive family. Oh my gosh, Stitch. Stitch is my tornado siren went off 4 times in 10 minutes. Wow. Lee says for Basleel, I'd say check out the local food places, Basleel. That's always worth it. Maybe check out the desert. Dora says, in fact, my mom and dad told me that they think I'm better not living alone. If I have a seizure and I was home alone, it could be a lot worse. So I'm kind of glad I still live with my parents. Basilio says, no problem, Kat. This is going to be my first time transatlantic flight, and I'm excited. Well, I'm excited if you're excited. Yay. Lee says, I'm excited too. You will love the USA. Just don't go too far into the desert. Mr. says, I will definitely check out the desert. Lee says, most never get to see such a place. Have an Arizona burger. Have you been to Arizona, Lee? All right, I think.
Om Shanti Shanti peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting heaven into perfect peace, into divinity. into perfect peace, into divinity.
Lee says, I have previously. I've been to Vegas, Lee. Oh, Basilio says, I have previously. I've been to Vegas, but I didn't explore much. And Lee says, Arizona has lots of fossils. I haven't, no, but I want to go. Lee says, not too much near Vegas. Worth going to. It's a very busy area. Dusty Tail, good morning. Yes, doggy, that's Jack. Oh, wake up, cat. Let's go. Purple Math Queen, Doris. It says, my brother actually explained a little more to me from what my mom and dad were trying to tell me. But whenever I have a seizure, it's like my brain is having a malfunction. I always thought it was like a burst of electrical impulses that come and overwhelm you. But I think there's some really deep spiritual stuff behind seizures. Don't ask me what I thought I heard before because I can't remember. But Carl. Hi, Carl. Good morning. How are you, my friend? Doris says, and the reason why it's not good for me to live alone on seizure days is because I could hurt myself. And I don't want that, so I easily have to agree with my parents. Yeah, obviously they love you very, very much. And I have heard that falls, all sorts of things can happen when you're having a seizure. I agree. Your parents are very smart, very caring. Two in my mouth. Hi, Rosie. I didn't see you there. Basleel says that Purple Math Queen, Doris, look into getting a service pup. They can alert you early and also can train them to bring you your medications. Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that. What a great idea, Basleel. Doris, have your parents looked into getting you an alert dog, a dog that alerts you when you're showing signs of having a seizure? Doris says, my doctor took me off the medication. I'm not on medicine anymore because my doctor found out I have the stressful type seizures. Basil says, hey Carl, how are you doing? Doris says, and according to my mom, my seizures have been changing a lot, so we don't know if my doctor's right or if my seizures are just randomly changed depending on my pressure of stress. I think even a service dog would really help with that. I mean, it's been shown that pets help us reduce stress. Rosie says hi to everybody. And Bessila says, oh, I see. So Bessila, how do you feel about, you must love it, staying over in different places for things like your 48-hour layover or your break between flights? Doris says, some people think I have ADHD because of my anger problems, but really I don't. But I do have the symptoms that make it seem like I have ADHD. Oh, Stitchy. Stitch says, I'm still here, falling asleep to your voice. Do you want me to tell you a bedtime story? Doris says, and people think I have ADHD because I'm always wanting attention. I get mad so easily because I have anger problems. That means I have the symptoms but don't actually have ADHD according to my mom. That's a lot, Doris. I don't have any bedtime stories, Stitch. I was thinking, what would I do if she said yes? But Stitch, anyways, I love you. Basil says, I am excited for it. Yeah. When I was over in Australia, I only flew domestic. But now when I moved here, as I told you, I joined a bigger sister company of the one that I was working for in Australia. Lee says, I have to go now. Hope you all have a good day. See you all soon. Have a magical day, Lee. I can't wait to see what you find today. Basil says, so far, I only flew to Spain with this recent company. Aw, Stitchy says, love you more. Oh no, I hope it was good stuff, Carl. Carl says, Kat, I was talking to someone about you yesterday. Oh. Basil says, bye, Lee. Have a blessed day. You're welcome, Lee. Well, I hope it was good stuff, Carl. Rebecca, hello, friend. How are you? Doris says, my mom thinks my anger problems have something to do with my autism, but I only agree with her because of how I get mad just for being lonely. And Leah says, goodbye to everyone by name. Carl says, I told them I wasn't popular and they disagree. Yes. I agree also. I agree with their disagreeing with your statement. Rebecca says she's good, thanks. How are you? I'm doing well. It's early. I'm just getting ready for work. So we're just going to say it's going to be a great day. We're going to put that out there right now. Why not? Rebecca, are you using CapCut? I can tell you're really upping your game with your videos. And you were asking for some input on what we'd like to see. I like to see some more badass girl power videos from you. Those are my favorite. Into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. Purple Math Queen, Doris, says, my grandpa thinks because of my disabilities plus my seizures, if I have a pet, he thinks I'm better off with pet fish. So he was nice enough and got me my own purple glowfish just a year ago. I have two. How cool. Carl says they were asking yesterday why everyone is always in Yogi's chat. And what did you say, Carl? I think there's a lot to be said for being very consistent and doing a lot of live streams. He just has more opportunities to get to know more people, Carl. Purple Math Queen says, one is male and the other's female. One of the ladies at the pet shop told me you can tell the difference because a male's tummy is a little bigger than the female fish tummy. How neat. Carl says they disagree with you all. Ben and Yogi's chat. I know nothing, Carl. That's the truth. I think I know a bunch, but really I know nothing. Hi, Jack. Good to see you're still in the same place. Doris says, since I have a male and female purple glowfish, my grandpa says there is half and half chance I might get babies. I've just got to be patient and take good care of them. Exactly. How exciting. And if I keep up the good work and take care of my purple fishes, there's a half and half chance I might get babies, according to my grandpa and my mom. Baslil says, and the other thing is, if we go to a country within Europe, we don't have long layovers. It's only when the flight duration is six hours or more do we have layovers. Okay. Doris says, my mom has her own fish, but she doesn't take care of glowfish, so she takes care of a different type of fish. My grandpa takes care of glowfish, though. He knows more about them and helps me out. But my mom helps me when it comes down to cleaning my tank, so that's how I know how to do it. She helps me with the cleaning, but my grandpa helps me with taking care of so that I can possibly have babies. Carl says more Americans I meet are wanting to become Irish citizens. That's really interesting. Stitch, I'm going to leave here in about an hour. Vasil says, are you Irish, Carl? Straight out of Ireland. Made me say how long I have to get ready. Better get moving. Get a move on. Look at that. A pair of socks. Yay. Carl says, I certainly am. Bethel says, how is Ireland treating you, brother? Is life all good? Oh, my feet are all stained. I mowed barefoot. So my feet were this beautiful emerald green for a while. And then they started turning black. And I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, and still the bottom of my feet are stained. Call me Blackfoot. Carl says Ireland has the busiest routes in the world with a lot of airlines. A lot of airlines banned. Huh. Why are a lot of the airlines banned, Carl? Oh, wake up. Mm-mm-mm. The problem is I've only had half a cup of coffee. Stitch says I might be asleep before you leave for work. If you do, keep talking. If you keep talking. That's okay. It's early. You should go back to sleep. Soul Stars. Hey, Sissy. Sissy says Grand Risings. Beautiful sisters. Sister. I'm working on this rising forecast and will be in and out. Love ya, Cat&Jack. I love you too, Sissy. Y'all haven't checked out Soul Stars Rising Forecasts. If you haven't just checked her out, you're missing out. Carl too. Bastille. Carl goes live about once a week, but it's a good way to get a little look at Ireland. Bastille says, "Oh really? What was the reason though for the banning?" Carl says because the planes have to be 6 years or younger. Oh, thank you. Sissy says she does have a soothing voice, Stitch. I can't help but thinking my kids probably would laugh at that. But the truth is, I'm a different person than who they used to know. I reserve the right to change my mind. Basil says that's a very hard rule to follow. Wow, 6 years is very young for a plane. And yes, Basil says I will definitely tune in, Carl. Are you still doing Thursday night, Carl? I know I was mowing this Thursday. Oh, tell me. Let's put up a yogi link. Wow, is it already the 7th? So confused. Let's sit down into this. Stitch says, "Good morning, Jack." Sissy says, "My sons told me I'm the most beautiful person they have ever known. I'm still wrapping my head around it, especially when we hardly talk anymore. They're all adults now, and my baby joined the army." Ugh, that's tough. And sweet. So boys are so sweet. And Basil is asking Carl if he had a chance to spot the global A380. And Basil says, "I've heard they operate out of Dublin, if I'm not mistaken." And Carl says, "No, Basil, no A380s ever in Dublin." Basil is asking, but they do operate from Ireland to New York, don't they? Carl would know about New York. He loves New York. Stitch says, okay, well, I'm going back to bed. I will email you later. Yes, do that. And yes, Jack, I saw the, I didn't even pay attention to Jack getting up. And Carl says, certainly don't. I can see Basil in my mind just scratching his head. Basil says, oh, never mind, my mistake. It's from Glasgow over here. Carl says, the Americans have joined my channel. That's great, Carl. I think it's great. Is it great, Carl? Oh, I know. I was doing something and coffee got on my brain. Really? Carl says they're not counted as subscribers because they don't have any content. I didn't know that. Interesting. Carl says you wouldn't love to see me in Yogi's live stream. I absolutely would. I know you keep saying you can't and you won't because it interferes with your plain live streams. And I get that. Go where you have to be. But you would always be welcomed happily. Cornet.
Oh, Shanti, Shanti.
Deep breath. It wasn't even a deep breath, it was just a deep sigh. Hey, Carl. Have I told you this morning that I love you? Because I do. I always love seeing you here. Bessville says, well, see you guys on the next live stream. Appreciate the stream and talk, Cat. See you next time. I appreciate you, Bessville. And I can't wait to hear about what you find in Arizona. I think you should go out to the desert at night and look for UFOs. I think that's what I would do in the desert. Doris says, do you like the Jelly Belly brand of jelly beans? Yes. Doris says, I know the Jelly Belly brand jelly beans are my favorite because a lot of flavors. Exactly. Flavors ice cream, flavors like fruit flavors. It's like an endless. Get my favorite brand of jelly beans. Yes, and you know what? Even though they're all so beautifully flavored, I always end up sticking more than one in my mouth. I have no control. It's sugar. They're called Jelly Belly. Jelly Belly jelly beans. What's jelly beans? Well, it's candy, of course. And Basile's going to be on the lookout for them. Yay! Yogi says size count. It felt good. I didn't even realize it. I was holding on to something. And good morning, Yogi. Oh, hello, Yogi. Doris says, every time I have jelly beans, it has to be the Jelly Belly brand. I like other jelly beans, but I prefer Jelly Belly because they have so many wonderful flavors. Agreed.
Om Shanti Shanti peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
Jack just sighed too. Doris says, whenever I have Jelly Belly brand jelly beans, I have one at a time to make them last longer. And it's hard to find Jelly Belly brands these days unless you get lucky. Carl said something and took it back. Sissy from Soul Star says, Purple Math, I appreciate the variety they offer as well, although I'm more of a savory and salty snack kind of gal, usually raw fruit and veggies with... Is that tahini? Are you trying to say tahini? Because tahini's been on my mind. I love tahini. If it's not what you're talking about, then I feel dumb. Doris says, and I got lucky because I went to Walmart with my grandpa last month and he bought me my favorite jelly beans and he even brought me my favorite chips and my favorite soda, which is... Oh, no, we don't say that word. Trigger. Abort mission. Carl says, the Americans I know don't eat jelly beans. Carl, I love you, Carl. You make me laugh. Thank you, Carl. I love you. Yogi says, if I was in the desert, I would finally name that horse they've been singing about for so long. Doris says, then I'll say, nope, still, nope. Doris, I work for Pepsi. We don't do Coke around here. Rosie says, I almost fell asleep. I'm just teasing you, Doris. But I still refuse to say the word. I've got standards after all. Comes a time when a girl's got to put her foot down. Yogi says, oh, hello, Cat. And Dora says, oh, I see. I like Pepsi as well because it tastes similar. But I prefer the other brand because I grew up on it. Fair. Okay, so it's See, now I do feel stupid. Sissy says it's a seasoning blend of chili pepper, dehydrated lime juice, sea salt, and citric acid. But tahini is amazing. Balls. All tahini consists of is sesame seeds, right? Yeah, but it's just different. You can eat sesame seeds all day and it just doesn't taste like tahini. Stitch says, I'm back. I can't sleep. Stitch, what do you have coming up? Anything to do this weekend? Carl says, Cat, I'm laughing at the company you work for. You just know a way to a girl's heart, don't you, Carl? It's okay. You can laugh. Carl, I just love you, Carl. Rosie says, Stitch, I almost fell asleep 2 times, but I keep waking up every time I close my eyes. And Mary Ann said something and took it back, but hello and good morning anyways. Doris says, I'm actually eating the Jelly Belly brand jelly beans right now. The bag I got from my grandpa has 40 flavors, but because they weren't big ones, my grandpa got me 2 bags. Nice. Sissy says, I know, I love tahini. I will keep an eye out for it. I don't know how to say it, but I remember the spelling, and I will look for it. I wonder if we even have it around here. Oh, really? On a roasted rye bagel. Never tried it. That's interesting. Okay, Stitch is my grandpa's 89th birthday party later today. Good. Nice. Go celebrate with your grandpa. Oh, and Doris says, well, happy birthday to your grandpa, Stitch. Oh, Yogi, I have a question. Doris says, my sister's birthday is next month on the 7th, same day as my monthly meeting. Oh, well, happy birthday to your sister next month. Carl says, my next live stream will be talking about the company Cat doesn't work for. Carl, why are you so mean to me? Oh my gosh. Stitch says, thank you. He is getting hard to be around. And Sissy says, oh, happy birthday, Stitch's pawpaw. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Stitch. Oh, and she says, happy birthday, early birthday to your sister, Doris. Yogi, the musical instrument, a lot like an accordion, only it's much bigger. And you don't wear it. My friend who uses it, she sits on the floor with it. I think it's pretty heavy. What is that musical instrument? Trivia for the day. A lot like an accordion, but much bigger. Rosie says, Carl, Jack will come for you. You don't mess with Cat. Carl will just try to keep Jack. He'll take him to Ireland and keep him. Doris says, my sister's turning 15, but me and my brother are closer together. Like I said earlier, I'm 21 and my brother is 20 years old. So I'm the oldest. Concertina. I don't know. I feel like I've heard the name of it before. Let me look up what a concertina looks like. No, much bigger. Same idea, much bigger. Stupid AI tried to say it was a piano. I was like, no, not a piano. I'll look up the other one, bandoneon. Very close. But like I said, it's a big instrument that sits on the floor, or maybe it could sit on a table. She sits on the floor with it. And she has to lean over. She with one hand she does the keyboard, and then she leans over and does the, I think it's called a bellows. It's gonna drive me crazy all day. Doris says I'm playing my favorite video game, Minecraft, while I'm watching, and it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning for me. I stayed up all night because I couldn't fall asleep. Oh, Rosie says, I called Jack first. Carl takes the cows. We already agreed. Well, Carl's supposed to be sending a bull. Doris says, sometimes I have trouble sleeping. Even my melatonin doesn't help all the time. And tonight was one of those nights. Wow, melatonin knocks me out. Rosie says, purple. Here it's 4:55. I have a headache. Oh, I'm sorry. Stitchy says, my dad likes Pepsi, but he buys the other. I refuse to drink. I love you, Stitch, but you can drink whatever you want. I just like to be funny. But you won't catch me with a Coke. Never, even before I worked for Pepsi, I was never a Coke person. Carl says, I have gifts from the company Cat doesn't work for. Yeah, they have neat stuff. They even have neat uniforms for their employees, cool t-shirts and stuff. Stitch says, here where I am, it's 3:55 a.m. And your sirens are going off again. No wonder you can't sleep, Stitch. Rosie says, Jack's mine. I love him. He makes me happy. Of course you can't, Stitch. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, sis. If your mom and dad say you can go out and look for the tornado, then there's your answer. Who am I? Rosie says, it's okay. I hit my head and that's how the headache. Oh no, don't hit your head. Okay, I will look up a harmonium. Sissy says there is actually such a thing as a piano accordion that rests in front of you. Not sure. You know, she plays all sorts of instruments, so maybe that is it, a piano accordion. I should have asked her. Doris says, usually my melatonin works, but surprisingly, it doesn't help me tonight. My limit that helps me on melatonin is 20, which means I have to take 2 of the size 10 pills because we can't find the 20s. A&I Family Adventure says, hi, hello, good morning. Carl says, Cat's never coming to Ireland then. Why? Why am I never coming to Ireland? Doris says the 20s are pretty common to be used. That's why they're hard to find. So instead, my parents got me the big bottle of 10 milligrams to help me instead so that I could just take 2 of them. Yeah, that works. A&I Family Adventures says they're sleepy. And Stitch says they're asleep. Well, you have to wake them up and ask them. I bet you that'll go over well. Yogi time, peanut butter and yogi time. It is yogi time, so I have to say goodbye. Thank you, Soul Stars. Rosie says, I didn't mean to hit my head. LOL, I hit it by accident on the metal part of the shower. Oh no. A&I Family says hello to everyone. A&I put a link up. I pinned a link. That is for Yogi's live stream. And I know not everybody, but a lot of us are heading over there now. So I want to say thank you to you all. I love you. I love you. I love you. I hope you have a great day. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me today.